Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate on Wednesday, April the 5th. We do have an 8-game slate tonight, so mid-size slate for tonight. We've had a lot of big slates lately, like a lot of 13-game slates, 12-game slates, 8 games tonight. We do have a lot of teams on back-to-backs today, so a lot of teams that are playing today played yesterday. So, like, as you can see, there's not a ton of props on the board for an 8-game slate. We're still waiting on Lakers props. We're still waiting on Bucks props. Just because, like, we don't know these teams on back-to-backs. Are they going to rest guys? We don't know if, like, LeBron and Anthony Davis are going to play today. So, still a lot is up in the air right now. But I did find 2 props I liked, taking a first look at the board right now, guys. So, we got 2 fantasy score props that I like for today. We're going to talk about these 2 props. Before we do get started, though, breaking down the plays, as always, if you guys enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you've never checked out Prizepicks before, you can sign up for Prizepicks and use my promo code NOAH. If you look at the bottom of the screen, when you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code, you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. So check them out if you have not yet. Use that code when you sign up. Make sure to get your deposit bonus when you do sign up. It's a great time to be a sports fan, man. There's a ton of sports to get some action in. We got NBA in full swing, playoffs starting soon. Baseball, is in full swing now. We got the Masters this week, so a lot of sports. Prizepicks offers a ton of sports to that you can pick from, that you can make entries for on Prizepicks. You can mix and match sports, so you can make a 6-pick entry with 2 NBA picks, 2 MLB picks, and 2 PGA picks. Like it's a ton of fun. So again, guys, if you're not signed up for Prizepicks, use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up, get your first deposit matched up to $100. And before we do talk through our 2 plays for today, I want to recap our 2 plays from yesterday. So we got a win yesterday, cashed both of our 2 plays. Hopefully you guys did tail. We took the over on Spencer Dinwiddie's points at 17.5. Dinwiddie had a great game, finished with I think almost 30 points. I think he had like 28 or 29 points. And man, like after the first quarter, Dinwiddie had 0 points, and there was already people commenting on my video yesterday being like, why would you take Dinwiddie? He's got 0 points after the first quarter. And it's like, dude, just shut up, man. Like, just watch the game and let it play out. I hate people that like tilt after the first quarter. It literally pisses me off. It makes me so mad. Even after having 0 points in the first quarter, Dinwiddie still finished way over his points prop, had 28 points yesterday. So we cashed that play. Also cashed the over on Nikola Vucevic's PRA at 30.5. So hopefully you guys took that as well. I know that line did get bumped up to 31, but Vuce did go over his bump line. He finished with 32. I think he had like 30 PRA or he had 29 PRA heading into the fourth quarter, and the entire fourth quarter, the only thing he did was grab 1 rebound and get a bucket. But luckily, that was enough for him to go over his PRA line. So both those plays cashed yesterday. Hopefully, you guys did tail, and let's try and do it again for today. So again, we got 2 picks for today, 2 fantasy score props. So the first one that we're going to talk about is going to be Quentin Grimes' fantasy score, 27. Looks like a high line. We haven't really seen Quentin Grimes with a projection this high. Normally, his fantasy score is like in the low 20s. It's in the high teens. Well, today, the Knicks are going to be really shorthanded. No Julius Randle for today, and we just got word earlier this morning that Jalen Brunson is going to be out as well. So no Jalen Brunson, no Julius Randle, plus RJ Barrett is questionable. So we'll have to keep an eye on RJ Barrett's status. There's a chance that if RJ Barrett gets ruled out, you do see them bump Grimes' lineup even more. I know this morning Grimes, his fantasy score line was at 25, and then after Brunson got ruled out, they bumped it to 27. They could bump it again if Barrett gets ruled out. So I do like the over 27 fantasy score here for Quentin Grimes. You look over his last 5 games, he's been playing really, really well lately, and he's been playing a ton of minutes as well. So over this 5-game stretch, he's played 38, 38, 36, 36, and 41 minutes. I'm pretty sure last game against Washington, he played the entire second half. He never subbed out. And we know Tom Thibodeau is a coach that is going to lean on his main guys. Like, he's not a coach that's going to run a 12-man rotation. He's going to stick to 8 or 9 guys, even without Brunson, without Randle. I think we can still expect the Knicks to run like a 9-man rotation, and I think we can expect big minutes for Quentin Grimes. And he's been taking on a bigger role lately. He's been more aggressive offensively. He's been scoring a lot. He's also been contributing with other stats as well, which is kind of why I like his fantasy score. The last few games, last game against Washington, he had 2 rebounds, 5 assists, to go along with 27 points. Against Cleveland, he had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal to go along with 14 points. Against Miami, 23 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Against Houston, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. So he's been getting other stats besides scoring. He's normally a guy that you think, for him to have like a big game, he's going to have to score a lot. But lately, he's been grabbing rebounds. He's been getting assists. He can get defensive stats. He can do a little bit of everything when he's on the floor. And he's been taking a lot of shots as well. Like, it's not like he's just been shooting lights out. I mean, last game, he shot the ball 17 times. Like, that's not what we normally would expect from Quentin Grimes. But they're missing their top usage players right now. There's no Julius Randle. There's no Jalen Brunson. These guys are going to get more opportunity like Quentin Grimes. Obviously, Emmanuel quickly is going to have a really big role. RJ Barrett, if he plays, is going to have a big role. Josh Hart should see plenty of opportunity off the bench. But I think Grimes is going to play big minutes here. I think he plays probably 35, 36 minutes. The matchup against the Pacers is about as good as it gets. The Pacers' defense has been horrible lately. They've been arguably the worst defensive team in the league. In the month of March, I'm pretty sure they were dead last in defensive rating. Yeah, they were dead last in defensive rating in the month of March. Over their last 15 games, Indiana ranks dead last in defensive rating, and they've also been playing at a fast pace. This is a Pacers team, even without Tyrese Halliburton, they still like to push the pace. They're playing at the 5th fastest pace in the league over their last 15 games. So pace-up spot here for the Knicks, facing a really bad defensive team. And if you look at DVP stats as well, this is also a matchup that favors Quentin Grimes. The Pacers this season giving up the 3rd most fantasy points to shooting guards, giving up the 4th most fantasy points to small forwards, which is kind of like the main position that Grimes plays. So really like this spot for Quentin Grimes, like the increase in role that he's seeing right now, and I think that should only continue without Jalen Brunson and without Julius Randle today. So that's the first play that I like for today is going to be Quentin Grimes, more than 27 fantasy score. And then the other play that I like to pair with that, another fantasy score prop, we're going to go down to Russell Westbrook, 35.5 fantasy score. It's a revenge game for him tonight against the Lakers. And this is a really, really big game for playoff seeding, for playoff position. Looking at the standings right now in the West, I'm pretty sure the Lakers and Clippers are like neck and neck in the standings. Currently, the Clippers are the 6th seed, but they have the same record as the Lakers. So I think whoever wins this game is going to move up to is going to be the 6th seed, is going to have the 6th seed to themselves. So I don't know what the Lakers are going to do here. I would think the Lakers want to win this game badly, but do they play LeBron and AD on a back-to-back? We don't know. Westbrook, though, is going to play, and I think Westbrook's going to have continue to have a really big role without Paul George. So I do like over 35.5 fantasy score for Westbrook here. It's a revenge game as well, and you would think, especially with how kind of the Lakers fans treated Westbrook, I don't think he had the best time with the Lakers. So I think this is a game that Westbrook's really going to get up for. I don't really look into narratives too much, but this is definitely a spot that I think Westbrook wants to play well. And if you look lately, he's been playing really well. The minutes have been really good. The minutes have been very secure without Paul George. And we kind of saw when Westbrook first joined the Clippers, he was not playing like a ton of minutes every night. Like he would play 28, 30 minutes. And there would be games where he wouldn't even play in the 4th quarter. He wouldn't even close. Well, as of lately, the minutes have been, pretty good for Russell Westbrook. I know last game against the Pelicans, he played 40 minutes. Against Memphis, that game was a blowout, only played 26 minutes. But against the game before that against Memphis, where he had 50 or almost 60 fantasy points, that game was without Kawhi. But he played 35 minutes in that one, played 33 minutes against Chicago. So his minutes have been pretty strong. I think if this game's competitive, we can expect mid to high 30s in minutes from Russell Westbrook. And if you look at his numbers this season without Paul George, since he's been with the Clippers, he's got pretty good numbers. He's averaging 1.18 fantasy points per minute, 26.7% usage rate, which is 3rd highest on the team, behind Kawhi Leonard and behind Norman Powell. So the usage has been good. The points per minute have been good. We know that Westbrook is a guy that can do everything when he's on the floor. He can score, he can rebound, he can get assists. So he's a guy that can kind of stuff the stat sheet. And if he's going to be playing 35, 36 minutes, he should average over a fantasy point per minute without Paul George. The matchup against the Lakers, I think, is pretty good. The Lakers' defense has been better lately, but they still have been a really good matchup for point guards. This season, the Lakers are giving up the 2nd most fantasy points per game to point guards. So really like this spot for Westbrook. I think this is a game he wants to get up for, and is probably going to play well in against his former team. I think this fantasy score line, though, is a little bit too low. I would probably have this line at 37.5 and not 35.5. So that's the second play that I like for today to kind of pair with our Quentin Grimes play, taking Russell Westbrook and Quentin Grimes both over fantasy score. And this is an early 2-pick entry that I like for today, guys. We'll have to wait and see what other props get added to the board. I'm definitely going to be posting more plays for today over on Patreon like I always do. So if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, and if you want more Prizepicks plays from me, you can check out the Patreon linked down below in the description. But I appreciate you guys watching the video. I hope you did enjoy. Make sure you hit that like button down below. If you guys enjoyed, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Also, go check out Prizepicks. If you're not signed up for Prizepicks yet, use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up, get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you sign up with my promo code. But that's all I got for tonight, guys. Wish you guys the best of luck on this Wednesday slate. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.